Welcome back into HSN Today with Tina and Friends. I'm Tina Jennings. Reminder, everything today is on 5 flexible payments. Everybody can do that. It's on your own credit card, debit card. You just break the payment down to 5 monthly payments and we ship it out and you make your very first one. Let's talk about shredding things. If you have had a shredder, you didn't like a shredder, maybe you've never had one for one reason or another, I will tell you every little piece of anything with your information on it is just one building block to the bad guys figuring out everything about you. Stuff that you throw away, junk mail, your bills, things that you don't even think about. You know how now we can take our checks and we take pictures of it and deposit into our, there's like a million things that go into your trash. A shredder, a shredder, a shredder, but not just any shredder. I'm gonna make it easy because HP is gonna say, put 100 sheets in this, walk away, go make dinner, brush your teeth, do whatever, and we'll keep shredding away. But as time goes on, if you're like, I've got a shredder, Tina, I got it back in 1997. We started with strip cut, and bad guys said, I figured that out. We started with cross cut. They're like, nope, worked even harder. Micro cut used to be the top of the line, no getting past that. Those bad guys, their literal full-time job is to figure it out. This is what we call fine cut. It is the latest and smallest way to shred everything. This comes on wheels, that's always a big question. Extra large bin. $50 off because it's Memorial, down to $129.99 in free shipping. Here are the different colors. Closest to me is the taupe. Down below is called True Blue. In the middle, that's gonna be that beautiful cinnamon. We have it in the Machu Picchu green, and up top is in the black. Now, Aaron Berger, we're picking colors because leave it out. Use it every day.
Yeah.
Make it a part of like your routine.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've all gotten really good, or tried to get really good at protecting ourselves digitally. That's been really reinforced and reinforced, and we know now we've got to do that. But the kind of beta way, if you will, the traditional way of protecting ourselves, many of us have kind of forgotten about. So here's the good news. It's an easy thing to do. With the #1 office company in America, we're the #1 computer company in America, HP. The #1 printer company in America, HP. You can see how easy it is now to go to the company that you trust already for your office to keep you safe. So here's the things I love specifically about this shredder. Tina said already, the #1 thing to notice about it is the size of the shreds are absolutely tiny. This is called fine cut shredding. I've been at HSN nearly 20 years. This will be my 20th Christmas at HSN, and I've never seen, because there's never been, a shredder that more completely shreds your personal information. And you know, we don't think about it, but so much mail. It's kind of wild how much mail still comes into our houses, right? Yep. So with that mail comes all kinds of personal information. And when you couple that with the fact that we live in the age of artificial intelligence, right? This is the age of AI. So if people have just a couple of your social security numbers, not all the digits, but 2 or 3, and then maybe know your last name and maybe have your address, we're in trouble. Very quickly, they can put everything together. So with this shredder, couple of features. You get a manual slot in the front, which means it's easy to decide. If you just want to shred a couple of things at a time, you can do up to 6 pages through this at a time. It's not just for paper. How about things like we get credit cards in the mail just about every day that we don't need, that we aren't going to activate.
My ATM is about to expire.
Yeah, and what are you going to do with that ATM
with
card?
With the old one.
Cutting it in half, that's not it. They know that trick, right? You're not fooling anybody. So credit cards can go through there, bonus cards, customer cards, those kind of things. I love this part. I'm putting staples in this right now. One of our other hosts, Nicole Hickle, tells a story that she used to go to her granddad's office. He was an accountant or something like that. And her job as a kid would be to remove the staples before they put the papers into the shredder. You don't have to do that. You can see here, I'll fill this up with as many staples as I can here in a second or two, and then boom, it goes right in the shredder. One other quick thing to point out, you mentioned certainly checks and those are any kind of financial records, but the most exciting thing we've been holding up the best for last is the fact that this has an auto document feeder. So you can put up to 100 sheets in here. You don't have to spend your weekend shredding. You can, I'm sure you have huge files of car payments and house payments and loan receipts and records and things that you've had for many, many years that need to be shredded. Up to 100 pages at a time in here, Tina. They shred literally in seconds.
You know, a lot of us that work here at HSN are selling our homes, packing up, going to do all that stuff. You don't realize how many boxes and boxes and attics and file cabinets and closets full of stuff that you have been hoarding because you don't want the bad guys to get it. But now I'm hoarding it in a bunch of boxes. Is it super old W-2s? Is it old bills that you paid off, medical or otherwise? This is a way, use that 100 feeder, auto feeder, right? We're gonna clean that all out. We're gonna get our closets back, our file cabinets back, our attics back. Then leave it a place where you can kind of just wheel it in and out. Then on a daily, as you get all that junk mail, you get a check, you get a pay stub, whatever it is, use that front slot. Now we've caught up. Now we're at a really good, clean place. But even if you're like, Tina, I have a shredder, I want you to go look at when you put something in there, what does it shred to? What does it look like? I want you to look at all these different versions of shred. When you put it into your current shredder, does it look like the strip cut, the cross cut, the micro cut? Because you were right, with AI, they start filling in all these little teeny tiny gaps very easily, right?
Absolutely.
You had to make it finer and finer and finer. We had to stay one step ahead of the bad guy. If yours doesn't look like this, like almost unrecognizable, then they're on to you, right? I want you to upgrade, but I don't want you to pay the $180. I want you to do this for $26 on a flex pay and free shipping. The reason I want you to do that is the moment you're a victim of something, and I was, your mind starts going into a million different, what did I do? Where did they get it? Was a receipt? You start scrambling to figure out, what did I do to just serve this up on a silver platter? Easy. It's so easy. This is one big step in that.
Yeah, I'm excited for you to have a way to just, that your future self will thank you for it. You know, you probably didn't wake up this morning and thought, I'm gonna make myself a cup of coffee, I'm gonna put on that new dress that I bought over the weekend, and I'm gonna buy a shredder. I get it, like it's not on most people's list, but it is the sort of thing that you have the opportunity right now, right this minute, to be proactive about it. It's not just what I think, it's not just what Tina thinks. Yes, we think from personal experience, by the way, we both have personal stories. I had a credit card taken out in my name when I was in Europe. My folks paid it off for a couple of months. I was studying abroad, I got home and I was like, I didn't take out a credit card. Tina has an even better story she can tell you guys in a few minutes. But it's not just our opinion, it's the federal government that says, look, your utility bills and your tax documents and all those kind of things, to protect yourself, you need to shred them. In fact, we're gonna show you right now a quote from the Federal Trade Commission. It's a direct quote. Again, it's not just it's not HP's opinion or HSN's opinion. It's what the federal government says. They say, quote, there are many steps consumers can take to minimize their risk of being an identity theft victim. For example, consumers should closely guard their social security numbers and should shred charge receipts, shred copies of credit applications, and shred other sensitive documents. So if you've got it, the federal government says you got to shred it. Now, when do you have to shred it? Let me tell you, right away, right this minute, the minute you get it in your hot little hands, your sales and ATM receipts, your credit card statements, your credit card offers, and your paid utility bills. Shred them. After up to a year, your pay stubs, bank statements, and paid undisputed medical bills. And after 7 years, basically, if you got it, shred it. All tax documents older than 7 years, W-2s, 1099s, K-1s, dividends, any of that kind of stuff. After 7 years, bye-bye.
You know, when I talk about the bad guys, when I'm like, the bad guys, they're looking for your stuff. And that is what happened to me. But I literally got to go see the bad guy.
This is a wild story.
In my 20s, got a phone call in the morning. The bank called and said, hi, Ms. Jennings, are you staying at such and such a fancy resort in Tempe, Arizona? I said, nope, I'm in my bed. I was like, I can't afford that fancy resort. They called the resort. We called the police because I'm staying there for a week. Room service, nice room at this resort. The police said, meet us there. Went there, went up to the room where Tina Jennings was staying, and I saw her. They wanted to see if I knew her. I didn't know her. But what I did realize when they were dumping her bag out, all these different pieces of information, different names that weren't her. And I asked, how did this person get a room in my name?
Yeah.
Can I speak to the person that checked her in? And they said she came in the middle of the night. She had my debit card written on a piece of paper and gave a very crying, sad story and said, I don't have my debit card. Can I please get this room? She gave this person my debit card and then stayed in this room the whole time. When I tell you, they just need a little something. And I started going, was it a receipt? Was it a bill? Was it somebody? How did she get that? I've never met this person a day in my life. It was an early lesson for me. Now I was in my 20s. So that's 20 plus years ago. 2025, they're smarter, they're better, and we currently, in my neighborhood right now, there's a big problem with people going through our trash cans on Tuesday night, because that's the night before.
Out?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's where we put all of our trash cans out, and they're rummaging through our trash cans in a very suburban neighborhood. You wouldn't expect that.
Sure.
They're looking.
Yeah. Suburban doesn't fix it. You know, Gates doesn't fix it. Eventually, your garbage goes somewhere. People have access to it. So that's all the bad news. That's all the doom and gloom. Here's the really good news. It's such a lot of problems are challenging to solve. This is not challenging to solve. Buy a shredder. Make sure things like, let's just give you some examples of what goes into your shredder. Things like your medical records are shredded. That's it. Make sure things like credit card statements and offers are shredded. Make sure your financial information is shredded. Make sure your utility bills, which has your name and your utility number and your address, are shredded. It's really that easy. And today you can do it inexpensively. You can do it incredibly completely as well. And what I mean by that, let's just take one quick little history lesson. Tina's mentioned this, but I want to show it to you just a little more closely. This is the evolution of shredding. So we started out with strip cut shreds, and you can see right there with the overhead camera, with a strip cut shred, you literally can get, I mean, you can learn everything about a person. If that strip hits the wrong way, there's a ton of info there. Crosscut was better, but look at, I've got almost 8 digits on this. Sorry, I'll try to get, no, let me get that for you guys a little bit better. I have almost 8 digits on that one little strip. Well, that is enough to become you, to become Tina Jennings, to become Aaron Berger. Next to this was our technology for a long, long time. This is microcut shredding. Microcut is an absolute step in the right direction, but now if you can get even 3 or 4 characters, numbers, letters, etc., there's so much information available on the web, and with AI and with ChatGPT and all, again, it's become easier and easier for criminals to become you. The good news is, today, at an incredible value, we have fine cut shreds. You can't see anything. These are just a few millimeters apiece. Literally cannot make out one character, one letter, one number. That's how fine the shreds are. A couple other quick things I'll mention. This is on casters. It comes fully assembled. Yep. So it comes to your house in a box. You open up the box. It's on casters, so it rolls everywhere, which is really nice and really convenient, particularly if you want to keep it under your desk sometimes and roll it out when you need it. That's fine. You still can choose the color that kind of matches your heart or matches your home. Yeah, right? You know, whatever kind of sings to you. Also, this needs no ongoing maintenance. And I love that. For years, we sold shredders that said that you had to buy oil sheets for and put oil sheets through. This doesn't require any of that, so no ongoing maintenance, no assembly required. It's totally put together from the minute you get it home. It's on casters, which is great. Oh, one quick little feature here. I know you have pets and kids, so this will be important to you. And I just have a kid, not a pet, but look at, so it has this auto stop feature. So even when it's feeding, when the blades are running, if anyone would pull out the basket, it automatically stops. And then when you pop the basket back in, it automatically starts again.
Also, this is gonna be 18 by 13 is the size, so it's not gonna take a big footprint. Again, closest to me is taupe, true blue, cinnamon, Machu Picchu green, and the black. And as Aaron said, whatever sings to your heart, get it $50 off, free shipping, and 5 flex on that. Gets it home to you for $26, and you can start shredding right away.
That's right.
Don't be me.
Your future self will thank you for it. It's one of those kind of things.
And I wish I could go back in time.
Right? Some
That's
days.
one of those. Thank you, sir.
Good to see you.